a different time zone. Yeah, so when you schedule using your own calendar and your timing here in Nigeria, does it like reflect in their own life?
Okay, so it depends on how you do it. I don't know if I showed it in the recording, but if I didn't, let me just share my screen so I can show you. So 2 things you can do, right? You can either do the conversion from your end, and set it. So for example, if you are supposed to do 4 p.m., which is most likely like 2 p.m. or 12 p.m. their time, when you are setting it, you will be setting it as 12 p.m. because when it gets to them, it will be showing as 4 p.m. So you'll be setting it as 12 p.m. your time. So when it gets to them, it will be showing as 12 p.m. Okay, no, sorry. You will be setting it as 4 p.m. your time. When it gets to them, it will be showing as 12 p.m. That is if their time zone is correct. Does that make any sense?
No, I don't understand.
Okay, let me just go straight. So can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So every Google Calendar or laptop especially has a time zone that it's in. So if your time zone is set, if your laptop is set in their time zone, you can set it as their 12 p.m. But if your laptop is set in your own time zone, you can set it at your 4 p.m. if your 4 p.m. is their 12 p.m. Typical example is, let's say that we have a client in Canada. So let's say Canada time now. So Canada's time now is 12:38 and our time now is 5:38. So that means we are 6 minutes ahead. So if maybe your client had told you to set up a time for them or set up a meeting for them by 1 p.m. and your laptop is in WAT, you'll be setting the meeting for 6 p.m. your time, because when you send it to them, it will be showing as 1 p.m. their time, because again their laptop is in their time zone, not your time zone. So that is one way. So another way would be, let's create a dummy meeting. So events, let's say dummy something. Find the time. So if you look at this properly, beside Wednesday, May 15th, can you see time zone?
Yeah.
So you click on time zone. So you can now decide, okay, well, I'm in West Africa. It shows that my event time is in West Africa. So I just need to know what time zone my client is in and go and search for it. So let's say this will require you, if you're not very used to different time zones, this will require you to do a lot of research, because you will not see Canada time zone or Ghana time zone or whatever. So you just need to know which one fits your client's time. So there's ET. I know that people in the US, they use ET. People in New York to use ET. So if your client is in New York, you just click on New York, or better say you say ET time zone is for what country? It's for what country? So you see ET means Eastern Standard, Eastern time, and then what countries use ET? It shows you different countries, part of all 23 states in the eastern part of the United States. So parts of Eastern Canada and the state of whatever. So you just now look, this requires you to now say, okay, can you see the 23 states in Eastern Canada or Eastern United States that use that? Just so that you are sure, because it can be very confusing if you don't get it right, because some of these countries are supposedly in the same time zone, but the difference could be maybe 1 hour or 2 hours. So if it's supposed to be Eastern New York and you go and use maybe Eastern Indiana, there will be like a little bit of difference. So the safest way, really, that's what I use. The safest way for me is to just know if my client says they want 1 p.m. their time, I just need to compare, okay, 1 p.m. their time to my time is what time. For example, I had a meeting with the clients yesterday and they wanted 4:35. And 4:35, she's in Canada. 4:35, my time is 10:45. So I set it as 10:45 and it was showing as 4:35 her time.
Okay.
So, yeah. But if you're using this option, you just click on whichever time zone you want to use and click on OK, and then if the agreement is 1 p.m. you set it at 1 p.m. because it's their time zone already, even though it will now be showing in your calendar as something else. So let me add here. So I set 1 p.m. right?
Okay.
I set for 1 p.m. but guess what? It is showing as 6 p.m. our time. Even though I set for 1 p.m. New York time or 1 p.m. ET. So this means that 1 p.m. ET in New York is actually about 6 p.m. Is that clear now?
Yes, I understand.
Alright. Do you have any other question?
Oh no, I think some of my questions was answered when I rewatched the video again.
Oh, you see the beauty of having this recorded video is the fact that you can always go back to watch it. And I also discovered that because of personal relationships or personal conversations with each coaching student, there are some times that I will say something to student A, I may not necessarily say it to student B. It doesn't mean I'm not teaching everything I'm supposed to teach, just that okay, maybe from conversations we have, it may just go, and that means that some people will learn better than the other people. But if I am recording the session, it means everything I am thinking of passing to one person, look, I'll pass to everybody and then they can learn it. So let's quickly look at your assignments that you submitted. So now that you know how to set meetings and stuff, it means that from next time we are supposed to meet, you are going to be setting the meeting by yourself. Did you get that?
Yes.
All right. So this is the survey form. All right. I love the fact that you use different options. So something I would also want to point out when it comes to survey is do not wait. So one of the reasons why it is very important for you to learn all of these things, right, is for you to show professionalism to your clients. Most clients will treat you based on how you position yourself, how you put yourself, how much you show yourself as a professional. Some clients do not really know a lot of things about virtual assistants. In fact, we are the one trying to educate them on the things that they need. But if you are certain that you are not doing this thing for side hustle, as a side hustle, you are doing this thing as a business, that means you are delivering your best every time. If you want to maybe do something for a client or do something with a client, you will start with a questionnaire form. This just makes you look like a professional. A typical example was last week I had a discovery call with a client, a potential client, asked them questions, we got to know each other, if we are going to be a good fit and all, and they asked me to create a proposal, and after the proposal we will decide if we work together or not. And what I did, I already had the question, I already had the answers rather, I already knew what all I needed. But number one, for record purpose, and number two, for professionalism purpose, I created a questionnaire. Now let me show you. Me sharing this to them and saying, hi, fill up this form for me so that I can know XYZ about your business and stuff. If they were looking at me as maybe just a random social media person or somebody that press phone, this will take it a notch for them, because truthfully, right, some businesses or some people do not really take somebody that is working on their own. They feel like you are just doing this thing for fun, especially in this part of our country. They feel like maybe you are just doing this for fun, or you are just pressing your phone. They're not really taking it serious. They think that you have to be an organization or an agency before you can do a good job. So your goal is to show them that even if you are just a single virtual assistant, not an agency yet, you will also deliver agency level, because truthfully, agencies will send you their invoice through a letterhead. They will send you questionnaires, they will send you contracts with their letterhead and signature and all of those things. So you want to do that all the time. So now, for example, see the questionnaire I sent to them, marketing questionnaire for Larry Interiors. And first things first, I just a little bit of form description. Thank you for considering Jen for your social media marketing projects. Please take a moment to fill out this questionnaire to ensure I understand your vision and preferences. The response will help me create a tailored proposal that reflects your unique style, goals, and objectives. These are the things that will make your client say, oh, okay, I think that if this person is asking me for 1 million, the person is worth it because of how they've presented. So I went ahead to ask a lot of questions. Some of the questions I have even asked before during the discovery call. So here I even stated it. P.S. I know we already discussed some of these points during our discovery call, but please answer again for record purposes and to emphasize key details. So you see that this will take you, let's say you are a business owner and you've spoken to 2 people, and one person just goes ahead to send you a proposal, the next person sends you a questionnaire before proposal. Which of them will you take seriously?
I'll take the person that sent me questionnaire to understand my business better.
Exactly. So you feel like, okay, this person is really interested in your business. You feel like, okay, this person is a complete professional. So even if the person is asking you more money than the other person, except you don't have the money, you definitely want to go with that person. So all of these small things you are learning around, it may seem indifferent, or it may seem like, oh, you have to do it only for your clients, but you don't have to do it only for your clients. It is also going to help with branding you as a virtual assistant. Yeah. So a feedback I have for this, your form, is the fact that there is no form description. So every form that you create needs to have a description, so that whether the person you are sending it to is expecting it or not, they would have an understanding of why you are sending them the form. And another thing is, most of the times questionnaires are created mostly to get to know your business, get to know the business we are trying to work with, and also when a business is trying to get feedback from their customers. So it means that if we are going to be sending this link to random people, they need to have an idea why they are filling this link or what the link is about. So that's something that you want to take note of.
So my first question should, if I want to write this description, how, where, and...
Okay, so this is what coaching feedback with Jen the virtual assistant.
Okay.
So it means that it is the person that is going to be filling this form maybe has been taking coaching for a while. So you want to say, hi Rejoice, thank you very much for opening this form. Not necessarily like this, but just a general idea of what I'm saying. Hi, it's a pleasure hosting you in coaching service of Jen the virtual assistant. We are really hoping that you've had a great time, and it is our goal to continue to improve so that we can deliver exactly what you paid for and give you what your money is worth and more. Can you fill up this survey form to help us understand your process better, help us understand if you are enjoying our process, and if there's anything you'd like us to improve, and then you go ahead. So the person knows that, oh, okay, this is not a waste of my time because you are telling me that you care about me. So one thing your form description should always carry is it should always show the person or the potential viewer or answerer that you care about them, that you are doing this thing for them, not for you, even if originally you're actually doing it for you. Typical example is, if you look at this thing, you say, thank you, please take a moment to fill out this questionnaire to ensure I understand your vision and preferences. Your responses will help me create a tailored proposal that reflects your unique style, goals, and objectives. So this is now telling the person that, okay, I am interested in putting them first, okay, right? And they will not see it as a waste of time anymore. So that's how you should tailor your form. Even it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be long. Even if it is just from here to here. Even if it is from here to here, you should just carry a brief summary of what the questionnaire is about, what it's for, and yeah, why you're doing it. So do you have any other question? Let me check. Do you have any other question?
No.
Okay, so it is clear now, right?
Yeah.
So is this your submission of this assignment?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I am seeing that seems to be an issue, and maybe the only issue really, is this sample text is just a typo error. Anyways, I'm sure it's a typo error, but yeah, this is good. This sample text is supposed to sample then shifted text, and then also it's supposed to be what's it called? It's supposed to be bold. So let me see if I can open it with Google Docs so I can identify the fonts. Okay, good. So this is Calibri. This is Calibri. Perfect. This is what I wanted to confirm. So you have to, if you are creating a document, you can have one font or two fonts, but should not be more than 2 to 3 fonts. So one font should be for the heading and one font should be for the body. It's really just even advisable to use one font. So, and also if you have a structure that the heading is going to be capital letter, let all of the headings be capital letter. If you have a structure that the headings will be bolding, let all of the headings be bolding. Not that first one, like for example here, this is capital letter, the rest of them are not capital letter. This is not bolded and the rest of them are bolded, but I understand that it's a typo error, so it's something to take note of. And then there's an extra space here, and oh yeah, everything looks good. I like that you maintained this bullet points that you use. So instead of using bullet points and then next time you're using this type, I like that it is properly maintained all through. This is very, very lovely.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Then the last thing I want to check is so what is this?
Those are the spreadsheet linked to the form.
Okay, perfect. So you see, this is very lovely, and it comes as added. It's a very, very functional. Knowing how to create a questionnaire form or a survey form using Google, it comes as an extra skill, because you have successfully automated it. You did not just create the survey, you're able to automate it with a Google Doc. And this is actually a service on its own. It's a service on its own that you can offer to businesses. Let them know that okay, if you are trying to create a survey, you want to understand your customer better, I can create a survey for you, and you do not even necessarily need to go back to be checking the responses. I can automate it for you in a way that you get the responses directly to your Google Sheet, and that's amazing. So you have all of these skills. Ensure that you are selling yourself. Do not wait till you are done with coaching first before you sell yourself or sell all of these skills to people. Alright. Do you have any more questions? Let me see if I can give you a screenshot. Do you have any more questions?
No, for now I don't.
Alright.